I'm Gary Herman with the Alexander County Economic Development Corporation. We're working on our Buy Local campaign. This is the Alexander County Business Spotlight. We're here at Sugar Loaf Orchard. They're located at 7415 North Carolina Highway 16 north of Taylorsville. It's my pleasure to have Mr. Bobby Lowe, who is the owner here at Sugar Loaf Orchard. And you've got a long history here, and we do thank you for letting us come into your business today. And we hope we can help with your business a little bit along the way with this video. So thanks for letting us come in here today. I'd like to talk to you first, talk a little bit about the history of Sugar Loaf Orchard. I know it's a family tradition, right?
That's correct. Me and my brother, we started out partnership back in '67, and then we bought this place in 1971, and we've been here ever since. So it's been quite a while, and my parents, my mother and dad, they worked the orchard back in the 40s and 20s. And then my grandfather, he was the first apple grower around here, one of them. And he started out back about the turn of the century, 1900. And of course he got too old to do it. And then my father took over, and he worked in 1970, and he passed away. And me and my brother's been carrying it on ever since. I've got two sons. One of them's working in the orchard now, and I've got another younger son who'll probably be coming on to help him.
So it is a true family affair here at Sugar Loaf Orchard. So that's a good work environment. You love the people you work with, so that's a great thing here at Sugar Loaf Orchard. Again, you're located way up here on Highway 16 North. You're pretty close to the Wilkes County line for the folks out there who are watching today. But it's not too far of a drive from Taylorsville and other parts of the county, so we encourage people to come on out. Bobby, we want to talk a little bit about the size of your orchard and what types of apples and other types of produce that you got here.
Well, we've got around 50 acres, counting all the what we got leased and everything. We used to have a whole lot more, but we've downsized a lot. We have pink ladies, golden delicious, old-timey Limbertwig. Right now we've got low dyes, which is the early cooking apple. We're going to start picking ginger golds, which will be one of your first eating apples. And then we'll be into Galas, and then from then red delicious, goldens, all the fall apples, Winesaps, and just about any variety you think of, we try to grow it.
So, and I'm sure they're tasty too. Some fresh grown apples here, and we'll talk a little bit about how the local aspect of apples and other items that you offer here in just a little bit. So you kind of spoke a little bit about the timing of the apples, because I know that's always been a question for me, is what kind of apple is in season right now. So you said Lodi is currently, and this being filmed in, what is this month, July? So anyway, so as we go on, you'll be going into the ginger gold and the galas and then the red delicious, but you grow about everything. So
everything. There's some varieties we don't have, but we've got about most of the main varieties that people want. And we've planted a lot of newer trees to come on to take their place of the old trees.
Right. And I do notice you have peaches, tomatoes. You've got a wide assortment of candy in here, and you've even got Linney's meal, cornmeal. You've got beans. Tell us a little bit about everything else that you have to offer here besides the main feature, which is apples.
Okay, we keep flavorings. Carolina Home, I believe, is the name of it. Flavorings. We got ham and all kinds of ham, and we got all kinds of jams and jellies, and we keep tomatoes and squash and things like that's in season. I usually try to buy some from the gardeners around locally, and we have all kinds of candy and things like that, and all kinds of peaches.
Well, and so if the parents want to come get some apples or some produce, you do have some candy for the kiddos and some soft drinks and things like that. But we want the young people to eat as much fruit and vegetables as possible as well. And that is good that you support our local farmers by using their farms. Now, you also mentioned something about the North Carolina State Farmers Market. Tell us a little bit about that.
We sell at Raleigh at the State Farmers Market in the retail building, and we have peaches, apples, whatever we got in season, we have it down there.
Well, that's pretty incredible. I mean, you know, we got somebody here from Alexander County representing us at the farmers market in Raleigh, so that's awesome. Now, of course, this is a family business. Number of employees, you've probably got maybe, what, 4 or 5? That's all family members?
Right now, we only got the family. We'll have to employ some people when it comes to picking, but my son carries on most of the work, all the spraying and mowing and all things like that in the orchard. And right now, we just have our family employees.
Well, there's a lot of work that goes into an orchard, I'm sure. You know, not people just see all the counter sales and things of that, but there's a lot of work goes in the off season to keep the trees healthy for the growing season.
That's for sure, and a lot of expense too. The chemicals you have to use to spray and fertilizer, and then you have to use weed control to keep weeds from growing up through your trees. It's almost impossible to mow it, so you have to use some kind of weed control.
So it's a year-round process, though, is what we're saying.
Yes, it is. As soon as we get through picking, we start in pruning, and that takes most of the rest of the winter. Time we get the brush out and out of the orchard and fertilize, it's time to start spraying again.
Well, keeps you busy, I guess. So you do a great job here at Sugar Loaf Orchard, and we encourage everyone to come out here and support your business. Again, you're located at 7415 up here on Highway 16 North. Please tell us your phone number and your hours, Bobby.
Okay. My phone number is 828-635-7477, and our hours are from 8 to 5:30.
That's simple enough. And one final question. What's your favorite kind of apple?
Stayman Winesap's my favorite apple. I've always liked them.
It's hard to beat that little bit of a tang and the crispness. I know that was my father's favorite apple also. So I guess you've got a bunch of different flavors for a bunch of different people. You got something for everybody. So we'd like to encourage everyone to stop by Sugar Loaf Orchards, 7415 North Carolina Highway 16, north of Taylorsville. If you would like your business featured on the Alexander County Business Spotlight, give me a call, 828-632-1378, or send me an email, glherman@alexandercountync.gov. Buy local, Alexander County.